the next concept is, suppose if one part of the ratio is very small, how to find the value? Say for example, 3:1981. So now we need to find the ratio. And now how to find the ratio? So you have to divide both the parts. As this is a very smaller number, we have to divide both the parts with 3 and simplify this. And to divide this with 3, so this is divisible, and we have to check if the second part is divisible by 3. So for that, what is the method? How to find whether it is divisible by 3 or not? So we can use test of divisibility for 3. And what is the test of divisibility for 3? Adding all the digits, we have to check if it is divisible by 3. So now adding all the digits in the second part, it is 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 1. So what is the value? 10 plus 9, it is 19. So 19 is not divisible by 3. So this is in a simplified format because no common factor. So 3:1981 itself is the ratio. Check for this ratio in the option. So if you have this, go for that ratio, or else go for none of this option. So testing for divisibility of 3, as this is not divisible by 3, no common factor, so ratio itself is 3:1981. If suppose we have a common factor in both the parts, now how to proceed? Say if it is 3:2562. So now we have to divide both the ratios with 3, both the parts of the ratio with 3, and for that again we can use the same test of divisibility for 3. Adding all the digits of the second part, check if it is a multiple of 3. So adding all the digits, it is 2 plus 5 plus 6 plus 2. So what is the value? 6 plus 4, 10 plus 5, 15. So adding the digits we get 15, which is divisible by 3. So now there is a common factor 3 between these two parts. Now dividing this with 3, both the parts, we get the ratio. So 3 when divided, it is 1. And now divide this 2562 with 3 and get the second part. So dividing this 2562 with 3, so 3 8 is 24, 16. And 3 5 is 15, 12. So this is divisible by 3 and the quotient is 854. And this cannot be simplified further. So ratio is 1:854. So when no common factors, end up with the same ratio, and if you have common factors, simplify. So if it is a single digit or if the part is very less, so divide both the parts with that numeral. So here as we have common factor, dividing both the parts with 3, we get 1:854. So which is in a simplified format. So the ratio itself is 1:854. So check for this ratio in this option and go for that as the answer, or else go for none of this. So now we'll see the fourth concept. Say suppose two companies X and Y. So staff expense and total expenditures are given. So staff expense and total expenditure. Total expense. Say for X company, staff expense, if it is given as 32 lakhs and total expenditure 162 lakhs. And for company Y, it is given as 67 lakhs and total expenditure 193 lakhs. So now which company's staff expenditure is more than 1/3? So the question is, so staff expenditure for both the companies and total expenditure for both the companies are given. For which company staff expenditure was more than 1/3 of the total expenditure? And how to proceed this? So we have two ratios here, 32 out of 162 and 67 out of 183. So it is 32 by 162. Another ratio is 67 by 183. So now which company's staff expenditure is more than 1/3. So for that, how to proceed? So divide the denominator by 3. So if the numerator is less than that value, it means that it is less than 1/3. Dividing this with 3, if the numerator is more than that value, it means that it is more than 1/3. So we'll check here. Divide the denominator with 3. What is the value? It is 54. And what is the numerator we have? Less than 54. So it is 32. It means that staff expenditure is less than 1/3. And checking for company Y, divide the denominator with 3. So it is 61. So 1/3 of 183 is 61. And we have 67, which is more than 61. That is more than 1/3 of 183. So this fraction is more than 1/3, or for company Y, staff expenditure is more than 1/3 compared with company X. So now based on this, we will see a few examples which were asked in previous exams.